Hey folks, this is Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge, and I'm probably going to post this on Good Gadgets and Gear as well. I got my phone. This is the phone with the new cameras in it, to replace the one that got stolen from me. Maybe I lost it. I think it was stolen. I'm confident, actually. And so a number of you supported me, helped me get this, and you asked about it, and you want to see a little bit of information about it. The long and the short of it, before you get further if you don't want to, I only recommend this to somebody who is good technically, because there's a few little hoops that you need to get past in order to get things like the Google Play Store to work and stuff like that. So if you're not good with those kinds of things of changing software settings, significant ones, you don't have to root the phone, but you have to do some things to get it to have the Google Play Store. If you're just not into that kind of thing, don't bother watching the rest unless you're still curious. But what we got is a 12 megapixel camera and a 20 megapixel camera that work together to create still images and video. And on the selfie side, it's got a selfie camera that's 20 megapixels as well. That's the main reason why I got this. I don't do an awful lot of cell phone type stuff. I don't even have a data plan. I basically use a phone to text my wife every once in a while and text my kids. And so I don't need anything that's special that way. And that's why I was willing to forego some of the user interface things in order to get something with a good camera. This thing cost me right around $225 US. That's after I paid the duty and everything. It's gone up in price since I ordered this. And right now, well, I'll read that stuff off to you. I'm going to put the tabletop mode up and I'll give you a little closer look at this device. Just keep watching. So this is what I got. This is the Xiaomi 6X. There's their Xiaomi logo, Mi, and it comes in a decent box. It comes with a soft skin that you can put on it. And so I'm putting that on until I get a better case for it. I already ordered one that's going to be coming in the mail. I ordered it at the same time, but separately because I knew it was going to take longer. You get your SIM card holder. It does not have expandable memory. You can put 2 SIMs in it, or 1 SIM card, but no expandable memory. But you can buy it with either 64, actually you can buy it with 32 megs on board, 64 on board, or 128 megabytes on board. And you can get it either with 4 gigs of RAM or 6 gigs of RAM. It's got USB-C output. That's also for your audio. So if you don't like that, some guys really hate that. You have to use this cable in order to use the 3.5 millimeter output for audio. Of course, you can use Bluetooth headphones or whatever as well if you want to. And here's the odd thing. They only had it in the UK version. And so it came in this box with the North American adapter. And on the side, they had taped on the UK adapter. So I got both. The adapter is actually quite good. It runs at what, 2 amps, so it can charge quickly, and it does charge quite quickly. It comes with the Xiaomi user interface called the Mi UI. It installed with Mi UI. Why is it so? Oh, I got the dimness setting, and it's really bright right here, so you can't see it. So I'll change the brightness here so you can see the thing. Okay, now you can see what's on here. It comes with the Mi user interface version 9, but there's an update for version 10 available for it right away. So I upgraded to version 10, and there is no Google Play Store on it. So how did I get Google Play Store on there? I don't remember all the steps I took. There was several tricky steps. I had to put it into developer mode, and then I was able to download the Google Play Store and use the Google Play Store. It still also has the Xiaomi app in there. Let me see, where is that? Mi Video, Mi Wallet, Mi Gallery App Store. There's the Xiaomi App Store, and the Xiaomi App Store is in Chinese. And so, yeah, you can get apps in Chinese if you want to. And if you're Chinese, hey, all better for you. This one came with just the option of English or Chinese, but they've got a multi-language one too. So if you live somewhere else and you want to have French or Italian or Spanish or whatever have you, those are available at the same price. How much are these right now? Well, you can get the one with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gig ROM for $234.95. That's US dollars. 6 gigs of RAM with 64 ROM, $260. And if you want 6 gigs and 128 gigs of ROM, it's $295.95. And again, that takes up to 2 SIMs, but there's no expandable memory. I mentioned the cameras on it. What processor does it have? It's got the Snapdragon 660 processor. That's in 2.2 gigahertz, 2.2 hertz frequency that it runs at. You can record 4K video up to 30 frames a second, or is it even more than that? Let me see. Let me double check. Go to video mode. And this is the built-in camera user interface. And there we go. I've got it at 1080. Yeah, you can get up to 4K. There you go. You can get it up to 4K, 30 frames per second. And of course, you can do less if you want to. And I only upload my videos. I can only edit them at 1080p, so I only record them at 1080p. It's actually got a really good camera, and you'll see this on my first video, the first review that I do, which will come out tomorrow, which is on a fixed blade for Fixed Blade Friday. I think I've told you everything. Oh, the graphic user interface is the Adreno 506 GPU. It's got around 3,000 milliamp hour battery. Some versions got 3,090 or 3,010. Some of them got 2,890 or something like that. So it's around 3,000 depending on which one you get. So it's a reasonable battery. When it's new, it lasts all day plus a fair bit, about a day and a half up to 2 days, depending on what you're doing. The way I actually use it, basically, if I'm not recording a bunch of video, this thing lasts for over 2 days for the battery. That's because I'm not a power user. Since I got the Play Store on there, I've got all the apps I want. The display is at 2K, so that's good resolution for the display. And, it's a decent machine with, it works quite well. It's just a little bit tricky to get that Google Play Store in there. The frequencies that it works with is basically worldwide, but there is an option to double check. There's a website that'll tell you if the frequencies on here will work in your country. And I'll try to put the links for that down below. I don't think an awful lot of people will want to get this because there's one feature I need to tell you about. Well, it's not a feature, one aspect about it. I didn't realize it until after I had ordered this one. The Xiaomi phones, several of them have been shown to call home. They call back to China and they upload some data from your use to China. And they do it in a very open way that it's easy to catch. That doesn't really bother me because I put on NordVPN in my house. That's a VPN so that it encrypts everything. I don't use data on this, so I don't go to hotspots and use it anyways, but there's a NordVPN app for this as well. And it just encrypts everything, and so it doesn't really matter for me. But if you don't have any protection at home, no good firewall that you can set your filters on, yeah, it talks back to China. But then again, I believe probably all cell phones talk back to certain governments. They just do it in a way that's more hidden than what these guys do. They just do it out in the open. They don't care if you know that they're doing it. I know that the Canadian government and the American government, they check every email you mail. I bet you they check every text you send. It all gets looked at by some government somewhere anyways, unless you can block them out using something like NordVPN. And I'll put links down below. I'm not associated with them yet in any official way. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but maybe I'll try to do that. So if you sign up, you'll be able to get a good deal at NordVPN. I grabbed mine when I was watching I think it's in Finland. I forget what country the guy's in, where he does these things with hydraulic press and he just squashes all kinds of stuff. It's relaxing for me. I like doing that. And one of his sponsors is NordVPN, and that's how I got it. A good 3-year plan. So there you go. I'm ready to start using this thing and start recording some good videos. You'll see some good footage coming up. But this video that you're watching right now was in 720p. So thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and all the good things you guys do for me. And best of all, thank you to my Patreon supporters. And thank you to anybody else from my channel who has supplied some funds, given me some funds to help pay for this camera cell phone. You guys have helped me out an awful lot. Most of it was paid for by you generous friends of the channel. So I really want to thank you tremendously for that. And yeah, I very much appreciate it. Thank you a lot. Bye for now.